go through their funks. They kind of go through, times of just, suffering and just defeat. And it's definitely unfortunate each and every year that we have to face a losing season. But I mean, the positive side to it is that eventually one day, one season, one player away, which all players really have to be in. But you get my drift. Table's going to turn. They're going to turn. I mean, I don't think there will ever be another 72 Miami Dolphins. I don't think the Dolphins will ever go undefeated. I don't think any other team will. And yes, I like to put that out there because that's all I have to hang my hat on at the end of the day. I don't have any great playoff games as being a Dolphins fan, seeing any great playoff games. I haven't seen any. So, I mean, the only playoff game that I remember that we were in were when we played the Jacksonville Jaguars and they killed us like 62-10 or something. And I mean, that was just one of the biggest blowouts I've ever even witnessed. So that was sickening to watch. And that was when I was young too, just getting into being a Dolphins fan, really. At the age of like 12, when I really started to kind of understand football and getting into it. But I mean, back to the Magic. The Magic are definitely a team that is better than what their record shows. They're a team that definitely can surprise if they do make it into the postseason and can play consistent, team ball. Which, I mean, they got out rebounded yesterday, but still managed to be able to get the rebound that counted. The one where the Atlanta Hawks missed, and they took the timeout and won. So, and the thing that's crazy, and I've seen this a little bit too much in the NBA, the Magic play Atlanta Hawks again tonight. I don't understand why the scheduling does this, because now we played in Orlando. Now we have to go travel to Atlanta, which isn't far. Don't get me wrong. I mean, they could take a bus, really. But, of course, they'll probably take an airplane. But, I mean, it's like, wow, we just played this team last night. But I guess the best part about it is that excuse me. Gotta love that. The Belcher belches after the Super Bowl. And nobody will get that if you're listening live. Nobody will get that unless you know my last name, which is Belcher. So, but okay, on another note, we got, like I said, the Magic are traveling to Atlanta to play the Atlanta Hawks again tonight. I believe it's 7:30. Coverage starts, and it's Fox Sports, where Magic fans live. We got to start going on a winning streak. So if we can win tonight, Magic fans, keep your faith in them, keep your hope in them. We definitely have opportunity to get back into that playoff spot. I mean, of course, if it's ended today, then our season would be over. But there's still a good amount of games left. We got the All-Star break coming up here very soon, which is next weekend, which is pretty cool. Like, during this time of year, it's awesome. We got the Super Bowl, and then the next week you got all the activities and different events with the 3-point, the slam dunk skills competition, rookie, sophomore challenge, and then at the end, the All-Star game. And then I forgot to throw in the celebrity game, which is kind of okay, but it's kind of boring to me. Unless there's like some really good celebrities that are playing really good basketball, which most of the time it's Kevin Hart just running his mouth, which is okay. I mean, that's what he gets paid to do. And hopefully one day that's what I get paid to do, be on radio and make some money. I mean, that's definitely the goal, but it's not definitely why I'm doing it. I love radio, and Mike and Frank definitely do as well. And, shout out to RFN Radio and all of our, our people involved in the network, either in the shows or behind the shows. At the end of the day, everybody, I just want to give a big shout out and hope that you have had a great weekend. Anyone that's tuned in or will tune in, just thank you for continuing to make the network better, because that's where we're at. We're definitely staying focused this year to get this network where it needs to be and come to, at the right time, we'll get sponsors. And I believe that everybody before the end of this year, and I know this is a goal that it's hard, it's going to be hard to reach, but I have a goal of all of us. Every single show will have a sponsorship by the end of this year. Before it hits January of next year, January 1st, my goal is to see every one of our shows have a sponsor. And when we do a 30-second clip, 15-second clip. So if there's any sponsors that are tuning into this, just know that we are definitely looking to build our fan base, build our plays, and share with the world that RFN radio is on the rise. And we are definitely trying to get to the criteria of completely transforming our minds about how we think about radio, because I eventually want to do this for a living. I don't want to just do this, just for the fun of it. The love for it is definitely going to always be there. So just make sure that you know that, all you sponsorships out there, we are definitely on the rise. So with that being said, we've been covering a lot of sports, and I still got the All-Star break to kind of talk to. And we both, as all of us fans, we know who's dominating the NBA right now, especially anyone that's just not under a rock, so to speak. Golden State Warriors are the top team right now, with the best player in the league right now. And that kind of hurts me a little bit to say, because I am a big LeBron James fan. And on the other side, we know that, Toronto's just behind Cleveland, but Cleveland is the team coming out the East. Golden State's going to be the team coming out the West. I just see it happening again, and I hope that I'm wrong. But since it's getting closer to All-Star break, I want to go ahead and make my prediction. And it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough to go against, my Cleveland Cavaliers. I'm a LeBron James fan, so you can only imagine when he went down to Miami. I was definitely hyped being a Miami Dolphins fan. But he is with his hometown where he needs to be and be loyal, which I'm all about loyalty. So, but with that being said, it kind of hurts me to say it, but I think it's going to be Golden State defeating the Cleveland Cavaliers in the NBA Finals again. It's going to be a repeat, and probably the year after that as well. But then LeBron James will definitely have to make some, I don't know. Honestly, he used to be the best player in the league. And then Curry just came around after injuries and just, not playing the style that, sat with the team and this and that. Now they're just great. I watched them the other night, and they played against a pretty damn good team in Oklahoma City. Which, excuse my language, but it's damn. So calm down if you're getting a little boiled. They played Oklahoma City with tempo. They played them with consistency. And the game was close. Steph Curry definitely had to play this fourth quarter just as much as Thompson as well. And Green and all of the starters definitely had to play the game out. But at the end, they took it away. They ended up winning by 12 points or so. Excuse me. So, I mean, it's amazing to see a team the way the Golden State Warriors are. And I hope that I'm kind of wrong, though. Because I like Golden State, but I'm more of a LeBron James fan over being a fan of. I like great basketball. They're a great team, Golden State. But I'm kind of hoping that LeBron James gets to the finals, plays Golden State, and gets his revenge and wins the championship. That's what I'm kind of hoping for. Just like how the Super Bowl was. Well, I kind of knew. Well, I didn't know, obviously. I was wrong. Just like probably millions of other people. But I predicted that, that the Panthers would win. But I'm kind of going the same way in NBA. I'm like, well, I think Golden State's going to win. They're the favorite to win. And Stephen Curry being a Panthers fan, this might hit at home a little bit. Things happen for a reason sometimes. So, actually all the time. But, my goodness. If the Cleveland Cavaliers can pull it off and beat Golden State Warriors, that'd be such a big lift for that city. Cleveland definitely needs to have that lift just as much as the Magic do, just as much as any team that's never seen a championship. And it's unfortunate because when you follow a team and you're loyal to your team, they tend to let you down every season. You can kind of hear it in my voice being a Magic fan and a Dolphin fan. But, I mean, look at Golden State. Eventually, it turned around. And now they're a dynasty. So I don't ever lose hope in my teams. A lot of people like to jump ship and go to another team. That's not me. That's not me. It's not like every 5 years I'm with a different team. Anybody that's known me for over 5 years knows that I'm a loyal fan. And not only just a loyal fan, I'm a loyal person. And sometimes that bites me in my you-know-what sometimes. But at the end of the day, I'm going to always be loyal, regardless. So, with all that being said, basically we covered NFL. Congratulations to the Broncos. Congratulations even to the Panthers. You made it to the Super Bowl. You're still getting a chunk of money. So, enjoy your off season. You had a great season. You just couldn't get it done. And that's right, there's next year. It's next year for every team. So, I mean, let's call it now. You know what I'm saying? I want to call it now. Panthers versus the Dolphins next year. Let's do it. That'd be a great Super Bowl, actually. That'd be a real great Super Bowl. But, yeah, that's probably definitely not going to happen, though. That's definitely just being... But I'm going to throw it out there just for, it's definitely going to change probably, but I would love that. I would love to see my team even in the playoffs, even if they lost in the first round. I would still be satisfied with them even getting to the playoffs. But going back to topic with the All-Star break, I mean, it's going to be awesome. I always love it. And Aaron Gordon from the Orlando Magic is in the slam dunk contest, which... if he wins this, then everybody will know about Aaron Gordon. And I believe he's going to bring something out a little fancy. So I'm hoping that it's good because sometimes the All-Star break slam dunk is kind of boring. But you still got the 3-point contest. The skills competition is pretty awesome. You have to go through the drills and you have to beat the time. You have to have the best time. And I mean, All-Star break next weekend, guys. Get ready for it. NBA All-Star weekend. And I believe it's in Toronto this year. So that's interesting. But it is what it is, right? So with all that being covered, we covered sports today. And I'm very thankful because I was able to do it all by myself for almost 30 minutes. So that was basically like a little ESPN for you. Shout out to ESPN. Shout out to any podcast or any broadcaster, anybody that's on YouTube, anybody that's trying to just share their voice and just share their opinions and, be the best, sports analyst you can be. Because, I mean, there's so many of them. So many of us out here. So I'm just very thankful to be able to have the opportunity to be a part of a network in RFN and definitely be a part of something that's on the rise. So, and to have the voice, I'm hoping to definitely see where this goes. And at the end of the day, we're definitely done talking sports. Now we're going to transition to the faithful Christian. Now, first and foremost, before I even go deeper into this isn't for everybody. This is definitely it is for everybody, but not everybody wants to necessarily hear or talk about it. And that's one of the many reasons why I joined the network.